So Mark, so he did, what did he miss on describing Crypvisor?
No, I think that was a good, a good summary of it. It's basically just the world's first decentralized, blockchain authenticated, anonymous instant messenger. That's what it is.
I like
No,
I like the blow up where you can blow it up, like you can blow up a message.
self-destructing messages, hide chat, lock chat. Yeah, it has broken so many barriers. This is an evolution in communication.
I think
I
it's
mean,
cool.
it is anonymous. We have no idea who our users are. We have nothing to give to any authority or whoever it may be that needs to ask. We would like to see the communications from this individual. We don't have it. We have no access to it. It is the most secure and private messenger on the market.
So Stan, what do you think of that? Is that something needed, cool, awesome,
Well,
perfect?
it's a kind of an interesting coincidence. Today I published a article on Steemit. It's steemit.com/@Stan. And so you go on there and look at my latest post, and it was talking about the four horsemen of decentralization. And certainly it's a nice coincidence to have Mark on here tonight. You might say he's the fifth horseman because he's got a product that is working to do the same thing, protecting us from the encroachment of ever increasing government attempts to extend their jurisdictions beyond where it belongs. I think what Mark has here is a nice solution that you can download to your phone and immediately take back a little bit of your own freedom that's been stolen from you.
Yeah, and it is definitely used. I mean, it could be geared toward the normal everyday user who doesn't really care about their privacy. However, it also has a lot of real world business applications. If you're looking at a lawyer who needs to ensure that their communications are private, this would be the platform to use.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. And the technology that we have created with this, to be able to verify someone's identity over the blockchain, this could also be implemented in so many other fields.
So let me ask you this. It's free to download and use.
It's free to download. Of course, it's free to download. This is the first pay-to-use messenger on the market.
Okay, so how does that work?
Basically, it's a monthly subscription where every other messenger out there is free. It's not really free. You're paying for it. You are paying for it with your privacy. You are paying for every messenger you use with your data, with your information. This is how these companies survive. How does Telegram survive if it doesn't charge their users anything? How does Facebook survive? How does WhatsApp survive if they're not charging anybody anything? Obviously, they're making money, and they're making money by selling the users data and information. We are doing the exact opposite. We want to be able to sustain ourselves by protecting this information.
So you can add that you can use Bitshares on it. You can add that you can use Heroes on it. You can add that you can use CloudCoin on it. You can add anything that might be in the Bitshares dynasty.
As in the cryptocurrency wallet, yeah, we have to create more and more gateways to be able to allow more and more cryptocurrencies to be stored locally on that wallet.
Well, as you were first saying it, and then I want to ask you, Stan, your thought on that, because I don't know if you all touched that or not. But as you said, hey, you got to pay for it. I thought at first I went, and hear me out on this. I thought, I don't know if anybody's ever going to pay for that because there's too many free applications out there. Then you did bring up the attorney thing, and and there's going to be definitely a lot of people that want to have private conversations with whether it's family or spouse or significant other or this or that or whatever. And they may find that, hey, you know what? I'm not going to get any commercials on here. I'm not going to see any ads on here. I know it's going to be confidential. And I can even blow up stuff. I love that, blowing up messages. That's really cool. I guess people have seen that before, but I haven't. And so I can see where people might pay that. And I do like that they can pay in crypto.
Well, and also companies. I'm based here in Germany, and this year the company Continental basically told all of their employees, you can no longer use WhatsApp.
Yeah.
If you're working for this company, you cannot use WhatsApp to send company information. This is not secure.
Is the company going to pay for it for them?
Well, no.
Because that, by the way, would be a great thing to do. Go to companies and let them pay for that app for their. You should have it set up to where all their employees can get it, through the company.
Of course, this is another real world application for this service. Is a lot of companies that they're aware. Most company data leakage is done by mistake, and it's done by employees accidentally sending a text message to someone else that they shouldn't have sent, and. So this application could be used for a lot of companies that their employees would only be able to send text messages to another employee, which was verified via blockchain. So I know exactly who I'm sending this text message to. And I know that it will only reach that individual and no one in between. Because we have closed this loophole of man-in-the-middle attacks by implementing a blockchain.
And Stan, what do you think of this?
Well, I think it's just exactly the kind of thing people are looking for. I'm particularly excited about it because it's a hybrid thing. It does something useful, and it's basically a Bitshares wallet built inside of it. Those are exactly the kind of applications that we'd like to see people bringing to, and there's just a growing demand for that kind of thing. I think you have an example. There's an option you can have on YouTube to get rid of ads, right? You pay
correct.
Membership and you get a cleaner product. So it's a common business model, and people who don't think they need privacy haven't been hacked yet or don't know they've been hacked.
When we have a company like Netflix, I have Netflix, I pay for this service, and I expect a certain amount of quality for it. If I don't pay for a service and it's given to me for free, then I have to accept the rules and that goes along with that. And when it comes with a lot of these messengers, the rules are, your data is our data.
That is true. I mean, and then they take that data and they guide all the ads towards you, right? Sure. It's not just you. You have an actual company behind you.
It's not me. Oh no, I'm little guy.
Tell me, is it an entire company? What? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have our headquarters is located in Dusseldorf, and the programming is done in Mannheim.
Excellent. And they're going to haunt you, Stan. Watch out, man. Okay, so Crypviser, it's its own company. Does it already have apps from before, or
no?
Okay.
No.
Does it plan to make more apps in the future? on the blockchain possibly, or is it just going, hey man, we're going to build this, and this is all we can handle because it's going to be big?
No, we're cybersecurity company, cybersecurity and telecommunications. That's what we want to do. We want to ensure that privacy, data is secure, because the way things are going in the world, I mean, this is becoming more and more and more and more important.
Okay, I love to hear that.
Your whole life today is right here.
Yes.
And that's scary. And
in the future, it's going to be in a little chip, and it's going to be inserted somewhere. Run. So that's very interesting. It's a cybersecurity. You're going for the blockchain. You went for Ethereum, which I know a lot of people do, and then they wake up. So that's awesome. So we thank you for that. So Stan, you've heard a lot. You hosted tonight. You did an incredible job. I'll put everything together. It's great to meet Mark. Thank you, Mark, for being able to do this.
Yep, absolutely.
Really appreciate that. And we'll have you on again, too, I hope.
Yep. Awesome.
And Stan, so what do you think? Because we do know, this is Pitch It to Stan, and we do know that you're going to be in Brazil, and he's going to be at the exact same thing as you. Do you feel that his app is worthy enough to have some more conversation with him while you're in Brazil?
Oh, I'm definitely interested in that. And, who knows, maybe we'll have Einmal beer before we're done. But so, yeah, of course, I want to get a chance to talk. I love guys who are building applications on top of Bitshares. I'm very excited to see that not only does it perform its intended function, but it also has built-in Bitshares wallet functionality. And it's integrated on an Apple phone you can get from an Apple store, which is quite an accomplishment in its own right. I have not had a chance to download and try it yet, but certainly the YouTube videos that I got a chance to look at just before we aired are very professional, and the app looks nice and clean and beautiful, and people are out there looking for it. One thing I'd like to see or know about is whether you would consider allowing people to license that app for their own customized white label versions and put what your technology is into other products. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, we've already been talking to different companies about that.
Okay. I think there'll be a lot of interest in that. I know that because of this, there'll be a lot of people looking into it because of this show tonight. And so you'll be probably getting some feedback from people. And I would encourage you to participate in the Telegram channels. I've got one for nice people, and then there's one for trolls. And
okay.
so you can take your pick, but go there and see what kind of feedback people are talking about from their experience with your application, and that might give you a little bit of additional marketing information. But in general, I like everything I see. I think it's very necessary, and lowering the difficulty barriers for people so that they can get the kind of protection that they need, I think is important. If it's just a little bit hard, people won't do it. But it looks like what you've got there is pretty straightforward, and it uses Bitshares. So,
when I looked into it, your tutorials are great. They're very short and sweet, and they're not just going on and on forever. They're very short and sweet. Like we have conversations here. This is a whole different format, but when it comes to tutorials, quick and easy, and like I said, I like that little blow-up message. I just love that. I love that. So I'm so happy to know that there's an entire company behind it, and the plan is to just work hard. And I like your setup. I really do think that, that is worthy of paying for it. Somebody's going to do it. Put it up in that type of situation. Why not it be you? Of course, it is you and your group. So that's really cool. So, any last words before you go? Okay.
No, I guess it was really great to have this opportunity, Connie. It was great to finally speak to you. Yeah, and Stan, it was wonderful meeting you also. And we will be seeing each other in Brazil
I'll be there in spirit, but Stan
Okay.
will be there with you. I think that's great. Mark, awesome
Sounds
to
good.
meet you. And I
right.
said, hang in there. I'm cheering for you. And then you can't do any better than this, right? For the first meeting to say hello.
It's great. Wonderful.
So
Thank you so much.
that's cool. I'll try to put some.